Exploring history is like diving into a captivating storybook.
This is his scrapbook. There are all kinds of fascinating pictures in it. Perhaps you can see this is a picture of Nicholas Winton himself.
Except every page is a real-life moment frozen in time. Imagine peering through a lens that takes you back centuries, capturing scenes of triumph, tragedy, and everything in between. These rare historical photos are windows into the past, offering us a glimpse of pivotal moments and the people who shaped them. Each image tells a unique tale, revealing the untold stories of those who lived before us. Join us as we embark on a journey through time, uncovering the rare historical photos you must see before you die. Number 30. The Enormously Brave Girl. On February 8, 1943, Nazis executed 17-year-old Lipa Radic for her role as a Yugoslavian partisan in World War II. Facing death, she showed remarkable bravery. When asked to name her companions, she fearlessly replied, "You will know them when they come to avenge me." Her defiance against tyranny and unwavering courage in the face of death made her a symbol of resistance and heroism. Number 29. Real Sword Fight. This photo shows René Ribière, a French politician, embroiled in a remarkable moment of political history in April 21, 1967. Ribière participated in the final duel in France, a sensational showdown with Gaston Defferre. This duel unfolded after a heated exchange of insults in the French Parliament. Ribière, though only slightly injured, yielded to Defferre, marking the end of a long-standing tradition. This unique image not only captures the scene of an ancient combat, but also the intense emotions and pride that could elevate political disputes to a dramatic physical level, reminiscent of a time when honor and confrontation were deeply woven into French political culture. Number 28. Safety suit for bear hunters. This strange image isn't from a scary movie, but a real suit from the 1800s, designed to protect hunters from bear attacks. Imagine donning this intimidating gear before venturing into the wilderness. Crafted with leather, wood spikes, and iron chains, it shows the level of danger people faced in the past. Thankfully, safety standards for hunters have vastly improved since then, making such extreme measures unnecessary today. Number 27. Soldier Helps Little Boy. In a poignant incident from 1961, an East German soldier defied orders by helping a young boy cross the newly built Berlin Wall. This act of compassion and humanity stood out amidst the tense backdrop of war and division. Despite the wall's purposeful separation, the soldier prioritized the boy's well-being, symbolizing a universal longing for connection and family. This soldier's choice highlights the power of empathy to break down barriers, even those as formidable as political divides. It shows how kindness and compassion can bridge even the most stringent forms of isolation, even in times of conflict. Number 26. The first woman to run marathon. Bobby Gibb made history in 1966 as the first woman to run the Boston Marathon. Despite women being barred from the race, she defied convention and completed the challenging course without an official number. Her courageous act challenged gender barriers and paved the way for future female marathon runners, inspiring countless women to pursue their dreams despite societal restrictions. Number 25. The World's Longest Beard. The image depicts Hans Langseth, a Norwegian-American renowned for his incredibly long beard, once considered the world's longest. Langseth toured the United States as part of a freak show, captivating audiences with his remarkable facial hair. Upon his death in 1927, his beard measured a staggering 17.5 feet. As proof of his unique feature, Langseth's beard was later donated to the Smithsonian's Department of Anthropology, where it remains an intriguing artifact, showcasing the remarkable lengths some individuals go to stand out in history. Number 24. Unique perspectives from historical skyscrapers. Travel back to 1930s New York, amidst the Great Depression, where a beacon of American resilience emerges from the rubble, the Empire State Building. Rising an impressive 454 feet, it's a towering symbol of hope and progress. Imagine yourself as a construction worker, perched on a steel girder hundreds of feet above the bustling city streets. Those iconic photos of workers casually enjoying lunch on iron beams, They're not just for show, they offer a jaw-dropping glimpse into the concept of a working lunch. Now let's whisk away to Paris, the enchanting city of lights and love. It's 1887, and Gustave Eiffel's masterpiece, the Eiffel Tower, is beginning to take form. Initially met with skepticism from Parisians, who likened it to a colossal metal erector set, the tower eventually won over hearts worldwide. Number 23. Angry Kangaroo. In 1967, England witnessed a strange but astonishing event that grabbed headlines. A kangaroo delivered a swift punch to a photographer trying to snap its picture. This hilarious incident, immortalized in Voller Ernst's photograph, adds a comedic twist to animal encounters. The kangaroo's unexpected reaction reminds us of the unpredictability of the animal kingdom. Number 22. Charles S. Baker's radiator system. The photo captures inventor Charles S. Baker and his assistant, showcasing a revolutionary heating system in 1906. Unlike traditional methods, this system utilized mechanical friction inside a cylinder to generate heat. This innovative concept meant that various mechanical powers, like water wheels or windmills, could be harnessed to produce heat, expanding the possibilities beyond traditional fuel burning. Number 21. Peak of alcohol prohibition. During the peak of Prohibition in 1929, agents regularly raided speakeasies, breweries, and distilleries, confiscating and destroying illegal alcohol. Despite these efforts, illustrated in this photo by large displays of destroyed alcohol, the federal government struggled to effectively enforce prohibition, facing widespread non-compliance. Ultimately, prohibition was repealed, allowing people to legally produce, distribute, and consume alcohol once more. Number 20. Transportation through time. Our journey begins in the 19th century, a time when the rhythmic chug of steam engines revolutionized travel. Picture the allure of a classic train journey, not the modern commute, but the adventures from novels and films, with landscapes whizzing by and the thrill of a smoke-spewing engine. This was the golden age of trains, with icons like the Orient Express and Trans-Siberian Railway changing how we explored the world. Moving forward, we enter the era of horseless carriages, the birth of the automobile industry. Imagine witnessing the first Model T chugging along, a marvel causing horses to startle and heads to turn. The excitement of hand-cranking a car to start it was a unique thrill of its own. Lastly, we soar into the sky with the Wright brothers, Orville and Wilbur, aviation pioneers. Their historic first flight at Kitty Hawk, though shorter than a Boeing 747's wingspan, marked a new era. Picture the mix of thrill, terror, and exhilaration as the first plane took flight, ushering in a time when humans could conquer the skies. Number 19. Make way for Catherine. Following in Bobby Gibbs' footsteps from 1966, Catherine Switzer broke barriers at the 1967 Boston Marathon. Despite facing initial opposition from race organizers who tried to stop her, Switzer persisted, becoming the first woman to officially finish the race. This historic moment, captured in iconic images, marked a significant breakthrough for women in sports, challenging and overcoming long-standing gender restrictions. Number 18. The Brave Bride. On November 4, 1940, amidst the devastating bombings of London during World War II, a courageous bride left her recently bombed home to get married. This woman's bravery and resilience are remarkable, especially considering that the Blitz, which began on September 7, 1940, was still ongoing, with London facing relentless bombings for 57 consecutive days. Number 17. Mickey Mouse gas masks. In an intriguing historical twist, during World War II, parents bought Mickey Mouse gas masks for their children due to fears of a chemical attack after the United States entered the war. Regular gas masks were too big and heavy for kids, so someone had the idea to create smaller, lighter ones, shaped like Mickey Mouse for children aged 18 months to 4 years. These masks were not just protective gear, but were also meant to make the idea of a chemical attack less frightening for children, turning a serious situation into a game. Number 16. Glimpses of royalty. Behind the thrones. First on our royal agenda is Queen Victoria, a name synonymous with an entire era. We know about her long reign, vast empire, and deep mourning for her beloved Albert. But what about Victoria the woman, the mother? A rare snapshot shows her in a dressing gown, looking every bit the doting grandmother. It's a glimpse into the personal life of this formidable monarch, a touching reminder that beneath the crown, monarchs are people with families and private moments. Traveling to Russia, we encounter Tsar Nicholas II, the last emperor of the Romanov dynasty. Known for opulence, a candid photograph reveals a different side of Nicholas, a loving father and family man. Engaging with his children, he shares light moments, a stark contrast to the strict image his title might suggest. Number 15. Statue discovered. In 1894, a captivating scene unfolded as archaeologists and laborers gathered before the awe-inspiring sight of the nearly pristine and upright statue of Antinous. This remarkable find, unearthed in the sanctuary at Delphi, Greece, near the Temple of Apollo, marked a triumph in archaeology. The frozen tableau mesmerized onlookers with its flawless preservation, offering a rare glimpse into the exquisite craftsmanship of antiquity. Number 14. Milkman in action amidst war. The iconic photo depicting a milkman calmly delivering milk amidst the chaos of the London Blitz in 1940 carries a deeper story. Taken on October 9, 1940 by photographer Fred Morley, this image was staged to boost morale during the bombings. Morley, frustrated by censorship of his bombardment photos by the Ministry of War, ingeniously created this uplifting scene. By using his assistant dressed as a milkman and borrowing bottles and attire, Morley orchestrated a photo that could bypass censorship while still providing a glimpse of the reality of wartime London. The firefighters in the background were real, recruited from nearby brigades, adding to the authenticity of the scene. Despite its staged nature, the photo resonated with the public and became a symbol of resilience and the keep calm and carry on spirit. Number 13. Pigeon photography. Before the era of Google Earth, Dr. Julius Neubronner pioneered pigeon photography. These 3 pigeons were trained to capture aerial images of the German countryside. What's fascinating is that Dr. Neubronner initially used pigeons not for photography, but as carriers to deliver medication to his patients. This unique use of pigeons highlights the innovative ways people have utilized animals throughout history for various purposes beyond their traditional roles. Number 12. Entertainment through the ages. In a dimly lit room, the audience holding their breath in anticipation, and the gentle whirring of a film projector illuminating the screen. Early cinemas, with their live piano accompaniments and flickering silent films, created a communal experience of wonder and delight. The Lumiere brothers' cinematograph and other early projectors sparked a revolution, connecting people worldwide long before the internet. This reminds us that while technology has advanced from black and white to 4K, the enchantment of cinema remains unchanged. Travel back to a time when the family radio was the centerpiece of the home. Families would gather around, eagerly awaiting their favorite radio dramas or the evening news. Radio shows forged an intimate bond, making listeners feel part of the story and the world a smaller, more connected place. They brought news, music, and cultural experiences into homes, resonating with millions worldwide. Finally, we arrive at the world of the first disc jockeys, the unsung heroes of the vinyl era. These pioneers of the airwaves created musical magic with their record players and turntables, accompanied by their charming banter. Imagine the excitement of hearing a new song on the radio, of calling in a request and hearing it played just for you. DJing was an art form, a dance between the disc and the disc jockey, spinning tunes that shaped the world of music. Number 11. Silent icons, the birth of Hollywood. Charlie Chaplin, the beloved star of silent films, delighted audiences with his charming and funny performances. But beneath the iconic mustache and comedic antics, there was a multi-talented artist. This section delves into the man behind the character, uncovering the challenges, inspirations, and successes that defined Chaplin's remarkable career. During Hollywood's early years, the spotlight not only shone on actors, but also on the daredevils who performed stunts. These stuntmen risked life and limb to create thrilling scenes, often without recognition. This part of the story explores the daring world of early Hollywood stunts, showcasing the skill and bravery of these unsung heroes. Marilyn Monroe, a timeless symbol of beauty and glamour, captured the hearts of millions. But before she became an icon, she was Norma Jean Baker, a young woman striving for her place in the world. This section peels back the layers of Monroe's early life, revealing her journey to stardom and the obstacles she overcame along the way. Number 10. Learning how to survive. In this captivating photograph from around 1920, an Inuk man is seen teaching a young boy how to shoot. The Inuit, also known as the Inuk, inhabit the Arctic regions of Canada, Alaska, Greenland, and Russia. For them, hunting is not just a way of life, but a means of survival. If they don't hunt, they don't eat. The boy in the photo appears remarkably mature and determined, embodying the resilience required to thrive in such harsh environments. His focused expression and poised stance suggest a readiness to master this vital skill. The scene evokes a sense of the cold and challenging conditions these people endure daily. This image resonates with the experiences depicted in shows like Life Below Zero, where viewers witness the Inuits' profound connection to their environment and the essential skills passed down from generation to generation. Number 9. The Giant of Illinois. Robert Pershing Wadlow, also known as the Alton Giant and the Giant of Illinois, holds the title of being the tallest person in recorded history. Born and raised in Alton, Illinois, near St. Louis, Missouri, Wadlow stood at an astounding height of 8 feet 11.1 inches and weighed 439 pounds at the time of his death at the age of 22. His remarkable stature and continuous growth into adulthood were attributed to hypertrophy of his pituitary gland, causing an unusually high level of human growth hormone, HGH. Wadlow's towering presence captured the imagination of people worldwide, showcasing the extraordinary capabilities of the human body and the complexities of medical conditions affecting growth and development. Number 8. Kitchen Confidential Historical Culinary Snapshots. Our culinary journey begins with the ancient art of bread making, transporting us back to a rustic mill where the air is thick with the aroma of freshly ground grains. Here, we witness the diligent work of the miller as he processes the grains, destined to be transformed into hearty, comforting loaves of bread. It's a timeless scene that speaks to the enduring significance of this humble staple throughout history. For dessert, we explore the sweeter side of history with the birth of the ice cream sundae. This delectable treat, featuring creamy ice cream, rich chocolate syrup, and a cherry on top, wasn't always a fixture on dessert menus. A rare photograph of one of the earliest sundaes served in an elegant glass dish offers a delightful glimpse into the origins of this beloved indulgence, sparking curiosity about its evolution over time. Number 7. Easter eggs for Hitler. During World War II, 2 African-American GIs posed with personalized infantry shells, jokingly dubbed Easter eggs for Hitler. Despite their bravery and service, African-American soldiers often faced discrimination and segregation, both in the military and at home. Surprisingly, German prisoners of war, POWs in certain camps and towns in the U.S., were sometimes treated better than African-American soldiers. This uncomfortable history, along with the internment of U.S. citizens during the same period, is often overlooked. African-American soldiers were often assigned to labor and service units and denied combat and leadership roles. They performed essential but often thankless tasks such as cooking, mechanic work, and manual labor, as well as unloading supplies. Only a few African-American soldiers were able to attain officer rank, and even then, they were limited to leading other black soldiers. Despite these challenges, African-American soldiers made significant contributions to the war effort, a fact that often goes unrecognized until years later. It's interesting to note that the shells in the photo appear to be 155 mm howitzer rounds, which were powerful artillery ammunition. The practice of tagging shells with personalized messages continues, such as with the modern reference to Easter eggs for Putin's army, raising questions about the nature of warfare and the human element in conflict. Number 6. Moments in sports history. Let's kick off our sports journey with a trip back to 1967, where the first ever Super Bowl was set to take place. This historic moment wasn't just about football. It represented the unifying and inspiring power of sports, transcending boundaries and bringing people together like never before. Moving on to the baseball diamond, we encounter the legendary Jackie Robinson, a pioneer who shattered racial barriers in the sport. The candid snapshot of Robinson standing on deck as he struggles for racial equality in sports showcases his courage and resilience in the face of adversity. Finally, we venture to the ancient birthplace of the Olympics, where the spirit of friendly competition reigns supreme. Unlike today's extravagant spectacles, this snapshot captures a simpler time, when athletes from around the world gathered to celebrate their shared passion for sports and the camaraderie that comes with it. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. In 1976, the iconic rock band Kiss posed with their parents for a photo that would become legendary. The mothers, while trying to be supportive, couldn't help but express their true feelings about the band's music and eccentric costumes. One mom, clearly exasperated, remarked, "I get the costume, son. It's fine. But your music is just awful." Another mom, reminiscing about her son's childhood antics, joked, "He's been stealing my makeup since he was 4. Jean's mother, however, had different concerns. She was thinking about her son's future and financial stability, urging her husband to take a stand. Meanwhile, the band's original manager, Bill O'Coin, stood out among the group without his signature makeup. Despite the mother's mixed reactions, the dads seemed to be more lighthearted, with some moms even cracking smiles. This generation, accustomed to posing seriously for photos, couldn't help but laugh at Jean's pose, which likely broke the tension and made for a more relaxed atmosphere. Looking back, it's clear that people in the 1970s appeared older due to various factors like pollution, smoking, and diet. Nevertheless, this photo captures a moment of humor and family dynamics behind the scenes of one of the most iconic bands in rock history. This is one of the rare historical photos you must see before you die. Don't you think so? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below about what we just showed you. Number 5. A segregated pool in Florida. In a significant act of bravery, David Isom, only 19 years old, broke the color line at a segregated pool in Florida on June 8, 1958. His courageous action led to the officials closing the facility. This event occurred less than a decade after the Anacostia Pool riot, highlighting the ongoing struggles for racial equality in the United States. Segregation in public spaces, especially in the American South, was rampant during this period. Many public pools were shut down due to desegregation efforts, forcing communities to reckon with their discriminatory practices. The push for desegregation also resulted in the establishment of numerous private schools to maintain racial segregation. This history reflects a deep-seated and shameful past in public space planning, particularly in the South, that demands acknowledgement and rectification. It's important to remember that these issues were not limited to the South, as segregation and discrimination were prevalent in many parts of the country, including northern cities like Chicago and states like Wisconsin. It's crucial to confront and learn from these past mistakes to ensure they are not repeated. Erasing or forgetting this history only hinders progress toward a more inclusive society. Number 4. Fashion flashback. Our journey through fashion evolution begins with the restrictive Victorian corset, symbolizing the rigid beauty standards of the 19th century. Then, we leap into the vibrant roaring 20s, where flapper dresses and short bobbed hair embodied a newfound sense of freedom and independence for women. A captivating photograph captures a woman shedding her corset for a liberating flapper dress, serving as a powerful metaphor for women's liberation and empowerment. Turning our attention to men's fashion, we uncover a rich fabric of styles, particularly in headwear. From the dignified top hats of the Victorian era to the functional caps worn by the working class, a man's choice of hat was more than mere adornment. It was a reflection of his social status and identity. As we exchange crinolines for top hats, we realize that fashion is far more than fabric and frills. It's a mirror of our societal values, beliefs, and progress. Each garment and accessory tells a story of societal change, reflecting the evolving attitudes towards gender roles, class distinctions, and personal expression. Number 3. Life-saving kiss. Rocco Morabito's Pulitzer Prize-winning photograph immortalizes a moment of heroism. Utility worker Jimmy Thompson is seen administering life-saving mouth-to-mouth resuscitation to his colleague Randall Champion after an electric shock incident. Thompson's swift and skilled intervention not only saved Champion's life, but also sustained him until 2002. This poignant image encapsulates a moment of life-saving courage, showcasing Thompson's selfless actions in the face of danger. Number 2. The famous Apple artist. This photo was snapped in the 1980s in a relaxation mode. Susan Kare is a renowned artist known for her iconic designs of fonts, icons, and images for major tech companies like Apple, Next, Microsoft, and IBM. In the 1980s, she made significant contributions to the world of digital design. After her successful stint at Apple Computers, Kare embarked on a new journey as a designer for Next, where she continued to leave her mark. Her talent was recognized by industry giants like Microsoft and IBM, for whom she created captivating designs. Notably, Kare's collaboration with Microsoft included designing the card deck for Windows 3.0's Solitaire game project. Additionally, she contributed numerous iconic icons for the Windows 3.0 interface, showcasing her versatility and creativity in digital design. Kare's work has not only left a lasting impact on the tech industry, but also continues to inspire designers and artists around the world. Number 1. Feeding polar bears. In 1976, Soviet adventurer Nikolai Machulyak demonstrated remarkable compassion by offering condensed milk and meat to a polar bear and her cubs near Cape Schmidt on the Chukchi Sea coast. This heartwarming scene captures the intersection of humanity and the untamed wilderness, highlighting an unexpected bond between humans and nature. The snapshot beautifully illustrates an innate connection that goes beyond species, showcasing empathy and mutual understanding in the most unexpected of circumstances. Which of these rare historical photos did you find most interesting and intriguing? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.